And guys, I'm going to take about maybe 5 minutes to tell you a little bit about who I am, why I'm here, what I stand for, and how you can help. Because for those that don't know, my name is Rodney Anderson. I am not the Rodney Anderson of the radio. I am not the, you want a mortgage, you go to the .com guy. That's not me. I am also not Rodney D. Young. I'm not that insurance guy. Who I am is I am the Republican nominee in House District 105. House District 105 is just over the Dallas County line. I defeated Linda Harper Brown in the Republican primary. I thank you. I defeated in March. But I'm going to go back a little bit in front of that. 4 years ago, I was where many of you were. I was not in politics at all. I'd never been in public office. I'd never been city council or school board. I just knew that, like most of you, I had simply had enough. I'd had enough of the excessive spending, excessive taxation, unfunded mandates on our education system, and career politicians that would say and do anything to get elected. I just knew that I could do better. And so I ran 4 years ago in a race that was completely unwinnable. We were told by every industry group, by every political group, look, we like you, you're a great kid, but you just can't win that race. You're running against a 3-term Democrat whose father is the mayor of our city. He's been there for 20 years. He's never lost a race. You can't beat him. We knocked 15,000 doors over an 8-month period of time, and we won that race by 202 votes and took out a Democrat in one of their most wanted districts. And so now, fast forward, thank you. Fast forward a couple of years, and we've gone through a redistricting process that combined Linda and myself. And we found ourselves again in running against Linda in a race that we were not supposed to win. We were not funded the way that an incumbent would be. In our first race, I got outspent $400,000 to $70,000. In the race with Representative Harper Brown, we were outspent $500,000 to $100,000. And we still won by 6 points in a race, again, that we were not supposed to win. Now, where that brings us to now, and why I am here. Back when I was in session, and Jonathan Stickland will confirm this, I think he's still here. I did some things when I was in office that that most people don't do. What I did is I endorsed people against sitting state representatives. I endorsed Jonathan Stickland. I endorsed Matt Krause. I endorsed Gio when other people wouldn't. I supported the Northeast Tarrant Tea Party because it was the closest Tea Party group that we had. Even when I went out of office, I continued to work with Julie and the citizen lobbyists that went to Austin to help train them. And that's why I've been invited here. Now, I'm going to ask you this. How many of you have heard of Battleground Texas? How many of you have heard of Battleground? How many of you have heard of the Texas Organizing Project? Okay? The Texas Organizing Project, which is basically an offshoot, it's their Texas operations for Battleground Texas, to tell you how badly that they want House District 105 in their column. They applied for a certificate of occupancy today as the Texas Organizing Project in Irving, which is right in the heart of our district. And so what I'm here today to ask you to do, I may be on the Dallas County side. I may be someone that you don't know, but we need your help. We are in a seat that has 3,000, I want y'all to really listen to this. We are in a seat that has 3,000 more identified Democrats than we have Republicans. Please let that sink in. We are currently in a race in a seat with 3,000 more Democrats than there are Republicans. So what we have to do, we have to knock every door possible. We have to phone bank every phone possible to turn out all of our Republican voters. And guys, that's where you come in. We passed around a sheet earlier that had an opportunity to volunteer. A lot of people may not have signed that because you didn't know who I was. You didn't know who I am. You now know who I am. We're going to be back in the back. And again, Julie, thank you for letting me up here to speak. We're going to be back in the back handling those. If you can go on your smartphone right now and go to rodneyanderson.org. You can volunteer there, or you can volunteer on those sign-up sheets. Volunteer to knock doors, call, or to contribute money. Guys, thank you so much for having me out here today. Great to see some of my colleagues here. Good to see you guys. Thanks so much.